Hello once again. So in this video I'll be talking about portfolio diversification, but just to recap on the previous video I made. So I talked about navigating through the trading platform and how to go about when you want to trade and how to choose the packages that you want to buy. So in this video I go more about portfolio diversification. I hope you enjoyed the previous videos. So yeah, we can get right straight to the point about diversification. But just a quick word is that we have local stocks and we have international stocks. So you'll get the banking or finance sector, you'll get beverages, you'll get travel, you'll get clothing, you'll get food, farming, and all of those. Pharmaceuticals, medical. So there are a whole lot of, I'd say, different types of investments you choose from. So you can see there's category tags up there. So this is what I was talking about. So we have, as you can see there, there's top 40, there's Thrive 50, then there's vehicle parts, banks, beverages, chemicals, building and material, electricity. So there's a whole lot of different categories that you can choose from depending on what you know and the research that you do for yourself. Because the more you know of these categories, the better, so you can diversify properly. And also you can read up on the news, so you can under the business section, so they usually talk about what company is doing what at a certain point in time, so you can learn about that. And so when you choose to make your investment, you know what you're looking for. So it's either you choose to make so on the previous video I talked about investing under one equity or choosing those exchange traded funds, which is a collection of different stocks put together into one I'd say investment package. So it's cheaper to invest under ETFs than to invest under a single equity, but it's up to you what you want to do and how you want to follow the market and the trends. But this is just for you to have an idea of what you would do in order to diversify your portfolio. For instance, as I've mentioned, that we have local stocks and we have offshore or international. So I'll make an example. So on the previous videos I've been focusing more on local stocks and ETFs. So you can, if you don't, okay, you can just type ETF and then it's gonna show drop down there. Okay, let's just say all and then ETF there. So those are different ETFs. So you get, okay, so this one is showing both local and international. So there's global government bonds, there's global real estate investment trust, there's there's S&P 500. So those are American stocks that you can try and buy. There's that Ashburton investment global 1200. So that's also international offshore. So you can also choose that as a part of the package that you want to invest under as global. So let's just click there and see. So you can see under the description, okay, what's happening. So you can see there, it talks about that the Ashburton Global 1200 is an exchange traded fund listed on the JSE. The aim is to provide investors with efficient exposure to the global equity market by tracking the S&P Global 1200. The ETF will invest in all of the component securities of the index in proportion to their weightings in the index. So if you see if you see an ETF here, you can Google about it before you can invest in it. So it always helps to Google, just to have a bit of an idea what it's about, because when you look for information on this platform, it doesn't give much. They just give little information so that you can have an idea of what it's about. But if you want extensive information, you can Google on your own, so that you can know more, so that you know what you're putting your money into. So there's global, there's world government bonds, there's a whole lot. So you can just type global there. So it's gonna show different types of offshore ETFs and equities. So that's how you go about when you want to diversify your portfolio. But what I would advise is you download any news application, so that you keep up with the markets and what's happening, so that you stay updated. It makes it easier for you to invest if you know what's going on, if the market is going up or down. But yeah, for instance, I use News 24, and then I usually go under the business section and I read what's happening there. So I usually have an idea of what's upcoming and what's happening currently with the markets. So that's how you go about. Because on the previous videos, I've talked about how you would go about buying. So for this one, it's just to know how to diversify your portfolio, so that you don't invest locally only. You also invest offshore, so that you try and minimize your risk and maximize your profit making. So that's the purpose of this whole video. And then what I want to talk about also, but I think I'll talk about it on the next video. I'll make the different types of accounts. So there's a tax-free savings account here on this Easy Equities app. So I'll talk on how to use the tax-free savings account to your advantage, because yeah, there are some technicalities involved there when you investing under a tax-free savings account. So I'll be touching more on it when I'm explaining different types of accounts that you can use for saving your money into. I hope you enjoy this video, and please drop a comment if you have a question, and I would like your feedback also on this video as well. So it's highly appreciated that you comment and tell me what you think of the videos. Thank you.